I'm so excited because I see so many familiar faces here. It's going to be like 408, 2011, 2012, part 2. And I even think I have someone who had with 409 last year who's coming back to visit me again. I don't see him though. Maybe not. Anyways, that's why I love teaching 408 because I get to spend a whole year with a lot of you guys, and I think it's a huge advantage if you have to take both because well, then you know your professor right away. Okay, so here, if you're not in this class, then well, you're confused. It's molecular biology. Okay.
It was spring 2012.
It's it did say 2012?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't change that one. So you all now realize I didn't look at my slides till this morning. I do not expect that level of preparation from you guys. The good thing is my lack of preparation is a really good thing for you because we're going to do a really cool interactive activity on the first day of class. But first I'm going to torture you. Okay. So this is what you need to be here. So hopefully you've had everyone here has had 309, right? In the past, I've had people who somehow got in because they're trying to concurrently take 309. That will kill you. You will die. You will fail. You will cry. Because everything they teach you in 309, I do not plan to go over ever again. So you need to know your nucleotides and your basics of genetics and gene expression and all that stuff to do okay in this class. You guys all got a C or higher, so you're all good. Anyone who hasn't, please see me because you should not, don't torture yourself. Be ready to take this. And I know people who've transferred this in, things are different. So if you feel like in the beginning of the class that you're like, what is going on here? Then come see me and we can see if you're ready or not. Clearly, class is here now, right? Because you're here and it's now. If you're not here and it's not now, well, you have trouble. Okay. Recitation is right directly after this class. It starts next week. So I do not want anyone emailing me saying, when does recitation start? Because I just told you. Next week. Downstairs. Right here. Like it's this room downstairs, I believe. I think. 265. And it's 12 to 12:50. No, 12 to 1:50. I was crazy. 12 to 1:50. It's 2 hours long. It's during lunchtime. Please bring a snack. Bring a snack. Otherwise, you're going to be like, I can't think. My blood sugar is low. Because that's how I get. So I always try to have granola bars or something. Feel free to bring lunch. That's fine. I know it's during lunch. I understand that. Okay. Here's the textbook. Those of you who have taken this, who've taken cell biology, probably have the textbook already. It is the same exact textbook. So if you did not sell it back and you kept it because it's a fantastic book and you wanted to read it just on your own time, you are prepared. If you sold it back, I'm sorry. That's unfortunate. But if you are poor, who's poor here? Okay. Then you do not need to buy it because it is free online. But it's searchable. So if you've bought it, you have a choice. You can keep it or not. There are many benefits to keeping it. The free online one is the last edition, but like the things have changed, yes, but pretty much you'll be fine, even though it's the last edition. And it's only searchable, and I'll go through it right here, right now with you guys, because people always get confused about that. So if you want to have like up to the date and you want to keep it forever because you're going to be a cell biologist, and then you should own it and keep it because it's a great reference. If you're like, I'm taking this because I have to, I'm never going to think about this ever again, which is weird because this is 400 level and you've made a lot of wrong decisions if you're here and you're never going to think about this again. Then you should go right to the bookstore and return it and use the free one online, and you'll save yourself $100 and something dollars. So before I do an example of how to use the online version, I just want to take a quick poll just for my information. How many people in this class plan to go to medical school? Okay, so like 8 or 9. Okay. How many people plan to go get a master's or a PhD for the purpose of doing research? A lot more. Okay, good. How many people plan professional school of some other kind, like pharmacy or whatever, physical therapy? Okay. How many people are science ed? Oh, come on, science ed. You guys are always my best students. Where are you? Damn, you're all going to be bad. No, I'm just kidding. Yep. Try to find a seat. There's one over there. We are we're oversubscribed for this class, so there's a seating problem. How many people are wondering why you are a biology major and just need to finish and really regret the decision? I won't judge you. I appreciate honesty. Come on, I've always had at least 4 or 5. No? Okay, so you're all really happy with your decision to be a biology major? Okay, good. Good. Okay. Okay, so let's quickly, I like to know who I'm dealing with. Like, it's, you know, sometimes when you have a lot of people who want to be clinical, it's good to put some clinical stuff in here. Okay, so let's just quickly go to the NCBI Books website. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Let me just turn off that one. Okay, so that's what it looks like. So you're going to go there and be like, now what? So the reason I show you this website is because do not limit yourself to Alberts. You can do anything. So let's say we're learning about histones, right? Because I guess we'll learn about that. And you put that in, and a bunch of books will come up. Here's ours. If you click on that, it goes to the book site. But if you click on see all results in this book, it will show you all the instances of talking about histones, and then you'll be able to say, well, Dr. Ehrlich was talking about histones in terms of packaging DNA. Let me look at this. And then you can go there and you can read that section of the book. So it's really useful. It's the same thing. It's just in a slightly older version than what you're getting in the bookstore, but it's all there. And it's worth doing that. And that way, also, it'll get you out of the habit of like, oh, in the syllabus, it says I need to read chapter 4. Let me sit down and read chapter 4. You don't ever want to do that. How many people read and retain all of chapter 4? How many people it just goes like, your eyes are glazing over, right? So here, it's like you can be directed in your reading. And you'll see that when we're going to have quizzes every week on the stuff that I'm going to teach you, not on the stuff I've taught you. And so what you'll do is you'll sit at home all weekend with this quiz and this website or your book or your friend, which is fine, and you'll take the quiz and you'll be like, oh, she's asking something about packaging of DNA. Let me put it into this and see what comes up. And then you can read that section and actually answer the question and think about the concept I'm trying to get you to think about rather than reading a whole chapter and not retaining anything. But I also want you to notice that other than just that book, there's also molecular cell biology right here. There's the cell, there's genomes, herpes viruses if you feel the need. And you can look at anything because sometimes you'll read something and you'll be like, I don't get that. Whoever reads something is like, I don't get that. Okay, good, because if no one raised their hand, you'd all be liars. Okay. So then you can go back and read, like, okay, well, what did this author have to say? You can read 3 different sections. Yeah, it's like a few paragraphs, so it's not a huge time commitment. If you read it in 3 different ways and look at 3 different figures, you're going to get it eventually, right? And you're sitting with your friend anyways who might get it. It's all good. Okay, so if you have questions about this, then you can just come see me. Okay. So that's the textbook. Decide whatever you want. Don't limit yourself to Alberts. I did teach from a different book last year, which is the same book that Hem and Weldon teach from. I'm not a fan of the book. I found too many mistakes in it. So I'm sorry if you guys borrowed a book from friends, because that book sucks. Okay. And it's, you know what, and I came from Hopkins, and it's written by all my former professors, so I should be all like, woohoo, it totally sucks. Okay. Other required materials, Scantron sheets. So you need these Scantrons, and it's in the syllabus, so don't worry about writing it down. Bring these 4 to the first recitation. I will collect them, and I will check your name off that you've given them to me. Those need to be with me right away, because for each exam, I'm going to hand them out. Don't write your name on them. Just give me the Scantrons. I'll keep them. That way you won't forget them on exam day. Okay? And then the 13, those are for the quizzes that we're going to have at the end of each recitation session. You want to keep those because if you don't have it in recitation, you won't be able to take your quiz, and, well, that would be unfortunate. Okay. Any questions so far? I know I'm just kind of rambling. That's what I do. Okay. I got my course evaluations from last semester, and they were really funny. One of them, like, one major complaint about me is I ramble on a lot, and if you don't like that, bye, you should go. Because I have a wait list of 35 people or something insane like that. So anyone who wants to give up a spot, I know people will be happy to take it. But get used to me rambling. I apologize in advance. I do that. Okay, so this is me. If you need help, ask. So this is my, like, please come see me if you're dying. At some point, you will feel like you're drowning. Come see me. If you see me, we will work hard and you will do well, right? Some people here have done very well when they thought they weren't going to. So see me. I've had many people come to me before each exam and talk through major concepts with me. That's why my office hours are there. If you're not sure if you understand why histones are acetylated and deacetylated, then come in and talk it through with me. That's fine. That's why they pay me. If you're one of these people who's worried about feeling dumb and doesn't want to see me because you're worried I'll judge you, you're all dumb because you haven't learned it yet. So just get over it and come see me. If you come at the end and you've been this anonymous person who I've never seen before, I don't care if you fail. I do not care. I will happily give you an F if you don't put in the effort. So come see me. I'm giving you the love now. Okay. My office hours are basically right after recitation. There's just enough time for people to eat and then come see me. If there's a conflict, email me and we'll set up another time. You have zero excuse for not seeing me if you need help. Also, I'm going to randomize you guys into groups in class and in recitation, so you'll have friends, hopefully, or at least acquaintances who you know in this class who hopefully will understand things that maybe you don't understand. And don't forget, they're not judging you. Well, maybe they are judging you, but you can judge them back. Right? If you feel dumb, well, maybe their style is bad, right? Maybe they're wearing horrible shoes, right? Anyways, don't worry about, I know people can be really insecure about feeling dumb. Just try to let that go now because it's never going to get any better, especially those of you who are going to med school. And then, like, the ego increases, and that's how you get over feeling dumb. Okay. So you can call me if you want, but I'm better on email. So best to email me. Okay. Some high points and low points of the class. So here are my expectations. I was told that I should tell my children what I expect of them before they mess up, so I'm going to treat you guys that way. So my kids are really young, so I have to say things like, you can watch TV, but when I turn it off, no crying about it. So, okay, so arrive prepared and on time. That's obvious, but maybe not. I had this problem last semester where people kept coming to recitation having not read the paper, and they tried to read it in recitation. And who's tried that before, and how successful is that method? Not very successful. Basically, you guys are the people who then wrote on my evaluations, recitation was useless and a waste of my time. Yeah, of course it was. You weren't prepared, and so you got nothing out of it because you spent all 2 hours trying to play catch-up. So please do yourselves a favor, come prepared and on time. By on time, I mean I will close and lock. That door's open today because I haven't warned you guys yet, but now you've been warned. I will close and lock that door 5 minutes after. So you're not getting in. You can bang all you want. You're not getting in because the door is right there, so it's really distracting. And then I stop and I lose my train of thought. And then I ramble on even more. Same for recitation. That one you really need to listen to because I had people who came like a half hour late to recitation. And then I was like, I'm not letting you in. And then they got all upset. So I've warned you, okay? And the other thing is if you come and then you leave without... Like, I understand sometimes you'll have, like, an emergency something going on. Talk to me before if you have to leave early, especially from recitation, because that is worth points. If you don't come, you lose 10 points. And if you come and then slip out, hoping that I'll think you're there, then you'll also lose the 10 points. If you master the content, you will do well. That's the key, right there. Master the content, you will do well. Just showing up is not enough. There are a lot of people who think that in life you can just show up and somehow it'll happen and you'll do well and you wonder why you get C's. You need to master the content. You need to be able to explain to me, you know, why this gene is being transcribed and how it's what needs to happen, what enzymes are involved or whatever. You need to really, truly understand. I said there are weekly quizzes. Every single Friday through Sunday, quizzes are open and available. You've got from, I try to get them open as early as possible on Friday for people who are working. Just stand in the corner. That's what happens when you're late. You stand in the corner. Okay. So I know people work on the weekend. I myself did work 30 hours a week between Friday and Sunday when I was in college. So I understand we are not all rich people who just, you know, eat bonbons all weekend. But there is a quiz on the weekend, and chances are you have a few hours here and there where you were not working, right? Even if you work 10-hour days, you still probably have a few hours between Friday and midnight on Sunday to work on this. Some people in the past have worked with friends over Google Hangout or Skype or whatever, and that's been very helpful. I encourage you to work because I'm not testing your knowledge. I'm trying to force you to think about concepts so that when you come into this class, you are ready to really think about things and not. I don't want to just deliver the information to you. I want you to know it, and then we talk about it, and we solve problems, and it's fun. Maybe. Okay, so a lot of people in the past have had an issue. They've taken issue with me quizzing you on what I haven't taught you and thought it wasn't fair. Leave my class if you don't like it. Other people teach molecular biology, and they do not do that. So you have, you know, you can do that. See, it's so distracting. I don't know. Okay, so the next thing. There is some group work in this class. Specifically in recitation, you will work in groups. You will mostly be working through papers and taking your own quiz, so the grade is yours. But there's one project, one large multi-week project in recitation where you will work in a group of like 4 probably. And you should understand that group work does not equal group grades. You might be in a group of 4 and you did nothing, you showed no effort. Your group is going to evaluate each other. So if I get a negative evaluation from you, or even if I watched your negative performance, you might get a C and they might get an A, and you have to be okay with that. So that's another, like, you need to work hard. And no one likes, who's ever been in a group where you did all the work and no one else did, and then there's a hanger-on and they got an A and you got pissed? That's, unfortunately, life is like that. But I'm trying to make those people not succeed. Okay. How can I do well in this class? This is what you get all the time, right? You always want to know this, and this is how you spend when you should be studying for finals, right? You're always trying to calculate your grade. Okay, so here, this is how you determine your grade. I use Blackboard. It's on Blackboard. You could always know your average. Just open up Blackboard and you'll see it. But so there's 4 exams, and they're each worth 100 points. One is a final exam. It's comprehensive in the sense that it all builds on itself, but it's mostly not cumulative. It's mostly on what we've done towards the end. And I dropped the lowest exam, so you can mess up. That's okay. But that also means I do not do makeups at all. at all. Unless, like, I don't know, like some crazy thing happens. I can maybe, I've once or twice had to do an early exam because of a Jewish holiday, something like that. But no makeups. You don't show up, that is the one you drop. If you don't show up for 2, well, then you drop 1 and you get a 0 for the other. I've seen people who should have gotten A's in this class not get A's because of that. Okay, so then there are these weekly quizzes. You get the best 10. There's going to be more than 10 of them, and we keep the best 10 of them, and each are 10 points, and that works out to an exam altogether. So that's a really great way to keep your grade up, because I'm telling you, use your book, use your friends. You have no excuse not to do well. Some people don't do well, and I think it's because they're like, oh no, the quiz, and they go boom, 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 and they're like, it's only 10 points, and then they don't do well, and then you like are averaging in a 50 or something into your grade. It's not good. The recitation quizzes, it's the best 8, so if we have more than 8, you can drop some, and they're 5 points each. Then there's the group project, which is 50 points, which can really help you if you do well. And there's a small 10 points for being a good person in recitation. Really the only way you lose those points is if you don't show up. Because you'll lose 10 points per recitation when you don't show up, and then you don't get these points. Pretty much that's it. Sometimes I'll knock some of them off if you've done weird things like leave early every time or something. There's your final grade. Yeah, so 600 points, you can drop the 1 exam, and there you go. 500 points. Okay, so this Dr. Hem uses as a kind of method for doing well in his class. And I took it from him because I like it. It kind of really breaks it down to how much time you need to spend to do well in this class, right? So you can do this as like up to a week before the exam. Let's say your exam is on Friday. So the Friday before is when you really need to start studying. And you need to read through everything, copy. Who likes to write when they're studying, right? That really helps. You're doing something with your hands, and somehow it helps things to stick, right? So read through, copy your notes, whatever you need to do, and then start to create study guides from quiz questions. There's the quizzes every week. There's in-class practice problems. There's just each slide of the lecture has a topic, right? So that's where your study guide comes from. I don't hand out study guides because it kind of exists already. And then you can kind of categorize, I know this, I don't know this, right? And then you can start to go through things again and again and again. And then you start to come and see me about the things you don't know. So after you've gone through it a few times, you come see me. And ideally, by the time it's exam time, you've been through it a number of times, you've clarified all the things you don't know. And when I mean understand it, I don't mean look at it and go, yeah, I know that, because that's a good way to not know it. You need to sit with someone else and talk through it. Because if you can explain it to someone else, then you know it. So that's you need to put in a serious amount of time to do well in this class. If you don't put in this time, you won't do well. So don't say to me, I don't know why I'm not doing well, if you're not putting in the time. I said this once, I'll say it again. Don't study alone. I encourage group work on the quizzes. If you can explain something to someone else, you probably understand it really well. So let that be your barometer. Thermometer, whatever. Let that be your barometer of how prepared you are. If you can explain a concept well, then good. The other thing is, don't study in groups with people who are also failing. I see this way too often where 4 people who have an average of 50 in the class are studying together. How is that helping anyone, right? It's the blind leading the blind. So if you find yourself a part of one of these groups, be like, I love you guys, you're awesome, we'll go have a drink later. Right now, I need to go find some smart people to study. Not smart people, but more successful people to study with. Or come see me. If you're nervous or shy and don't like other people, come see me. Okay. Yeah, so if you're struggling and you're studying alone, you will continue to struggle, right? Because where will the understanding come from if you don't understand it and you're alone? It'll stay gone. Okay. So what can I do for extra credit, right? People always want to know that. So there's a lot of chances. One is present a paper. No one wants to do that. No one ever takes me up on that one, but it's there. You just approve the paper with me first. It needs to be new and exciting and in a good journal. Do not give me the Baltimore Review of Dermatology. Dermatology is fine if you're a dermatologist who works in Baltimore. And you come to me, you say, I found this paper, this is really exciting. It relates to what we just talked about in class. Can I spend the first 5 to 10 minutes of class presenting it? And I'll help you. I will read the paper, come to you with what you have, and we can go over it together so you don't stand up there like a fool. I will help you. And that's an extra credit point, and there's no limit. You can do that every day of class if you want to bank lots of extra credit points. It's a lot of work, but not really. I mean, I don't know. You could probably spend a half hour prepping for it if you're me. I mean, like, maybe spend a week. But I'll help you. So that's one. Did I leave something out? The paper. So then there's these random in-class opportunities when your witty self asks me a question that I can't answer. There was someone who always sat in that corner who would ask me, where is he? Is he not in this class? Maybe. Who always asked really smart questions that were left field and always stumped me. And then usually I say, okay, this is extra credit. You've got 24 hours to look up, find a fully referenced answer, and email it to me. If it's correct or close or makes sense, you get an extra point. That happens a lot.
And I'll email you during class, right?
Don't email me during class. That kills me. Well, so when you took the class, it was because I said the first one who gets it to me gets the point, and that was like, ooh, that's not fair. Because the people with the smartphones, were like sitting in class looking it up. Not cool. It's got to be after class, and you have 24 hours, and anyone who gets it to me within 24 hours, if it's correct. It cannot be, I think this. No, I don't care what you think. I need to know the answer. Give me a fully referenced answer. And the other thing is, answer the question. Because people always just go off into left field, and I don't know what they're talking about. Okay. So that's another great opportunity. Did I leave one out? Oh, no, it's there. Okay, so exams. Format, mostly multiple choice with a few short answer. No recall questions. I will not say what is DNA. I will ask you how things work. It's all applied. I'll give you data and ask you to interpret it or ask you to predict something. So if you find yourself memorizing and not understanding, stop, because you're going to fail with that method in this class. Seriously. Big picture. Stick with the big picture. If you understand the big picture, you will be fine. And usually I put a 10-point extra credit opportunity. So the coolest extra credit opportunity is every time an exam's coming up the week before, I'll put a call out for for multiple choice exam questions. And you get a point if I use it plus the value of the question. But the key is you have to write a good question. And I'll post some guidelines on that. Like it can't be a recall question. It can't be a none of the above answer or all of the above answer. It has to be a really thoughtful question. I mean, I think a lot of people get the points, but it's actually not as easy as you think. But if you do a good job, I mean, if let's say it's a 3-point question plus that 1 point, then it's 4 points you can count on. Okay, recitation. Attendance is mandatory at your registered section. Every now and then something comes up where you have to come to another section. Just talk to me and be like, can I come to Wednesday or Friday or whatever. Don't just randomly come to whichever you want. I've had the problem in the past where people just try to go to wherever they can fit in that day or that week, and that's just not cool because there are groups that are assigned that are working together on projects. You need to be there for your group. You lose 10 points if you don't show up, and you lose 10 points if you leave early without clearing it with me first. Door closes, at 12:50. Door closes at 12:05. So you get a 5-minute window to get in there, and then the door closes and locks, and you don't get in. I don't care if you knock like crazy. So I'm going to divide you into groups, and the groups are actually going to be based on. So what I haven't told everyone, well, maybe I did, I forget. We're going to have a pretest that will be due by the end of the week sometime. And how you do on that test is going to determine what group you end up in. Now, it doesn't mean that I'm tracking you and I'm going to put all the smart people together and all the dumb people together. I'm actually just going to try to distribute equally, so each group has people who are kicking butt and people, so there's a range of abilities. And sometimes there's actually no correlation with how you do on the pretest and how smart you are anyways, but I need to do something. Okay. So you're divided. You've got an exercise that you'll do in recitation followed by a quiz. And the group project, no free rides, bring a snack. Final thoughts. God, I've been talking for a long time. Okay, everyone can get an A if they master the content. Just keep that in mind. Showing up and trying hard is not enough. You need to use your time effectively, study effectively. You can just jot down topics in class. Do not try to catch every word that I am saying, because it's recorded. By the way, I record every lecture. It's all on YouTube, so you can relive this moment again and again. I hate it though when I walk by people who are studying and I hear my voice. It freaks me out. Jot down the topic I'm talking about and make a note of it. Say, she's talking about gene expression. What is that? Go back and, you just make a note and sit and listen. Because who can listen and write at the same time? It's really hard, right? Some people can, I guess. I'm kind of, I don't know. Follow the study plan and work together. Okay, people trying to add the class. I'm guessing from the fact that I don't have massive numbers of people standing around that the 38 people on my wait list, most of them didn't show up, which is awesome because that's usually my goal. So if you're trying to add the class, I purposely have it so that the class is capped pretty low so I can add the people who need to get in. So come up after class. I'm guessing people standing maybe want to add the class. I don't know. Come to me after class. I'll take your name and email and ID number, and I'll let you know by end of day Wednesday. And you can I'll leave ad slips in an envelope on my office door, and you can just grab it. There are 38 people on my wait list, and in order to have a chance of getting into the class, you need to be here today and Wednesday. So most of those people are probably gone. Oh, darn. Okay, forget it. Ignore me. So I'm letting people in the order of if you're graduating and in the CMB track, then graduating seniors, and then everyone else in the order of the wait list will get in. I think I have, well, we'll see. I'm going to take attendance shortly, and we'll see. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so these are groups. So I'm grouping you guys into groups of 3 or 4 for the purpose of lecture, because I'm going to try to integrate some more sit and chat opportunities. So I am sorry, but you're all going to have to get up and move around. So before you move, I'm just gonna tell everyone where to go. So, and I'm using this as an opportunity to take attendance. Okay, I'm gonna close the door because now I'm getting really annoyed. Yes. You're not in the class yet, right? So wait. Just so those of you guys who are on the wait list and your name's not up here, just stand in the corner. Okay, guys, wait 1 minute. Wait. Okay, so I'm just taking attendance because I need to know who's not really in the class so I can know how many seats there are. Rosalind Melger. Okay. Pierre Moore. Edwin Allen. I saw you. There. Oh, Doug. Joseph Walburn. Okay, so that's one group. You guys can all just come to this. I don't know. You're back there, so go in that back corner. Okay. Jessica Mickey, Kelsey Shiflett, Michael Burlett, Patrick Davis. Great. Oh God. You guys come down in front. Catherine Spann, I saw you. Okay. Alexis Frost. Oh, good. So you guys are going to stay right over there. Brianna Lynn. So right back there. And Chewy. Okay. So just go right over there. Charles Reed. Shawnee Harold. Cody Kepner. Ashley Osby. Okay, so if you guys want to go by Ashley, raise your hand. Thomas McElroy. Oh. Caitlin Phillips. Caitlin Phillips. No? No Caitlin Phillips? Jackson Robertson. Yun Lee. Okay. So let's go in this corner, that group. Morgan DeCarly. Trudy May. Catherine Sippard. Erica Pritchard. Okay, so if you guys want to hang out right over here. Kristen Sessa. Gregory Irwin. Ryan McGee. Okay, if you want to head back that way. Okay, we're getting there, guys. Navdeep Kaur. Kelly Kusick. Stephanie Sokol. Ashley Miller. Saw you. Okay, so if you guys want... Okay, you can head up here. Hawa Mariko. Habibat Adiwuni. Okay. Sorry if I'm killing anyone's name. Vittorio Caro Presso. Alexandra Wizinuska. Something. I think she's not here, actually. Ashton. Okay, so you guys, back that way, maybe? I don't know. That group. Ashton Hampton. Yep. Are you Ashton? Okay. Jason Smith. Saw you. Yep. Elise Pfeiffer. Okay, you're gonna go by Jason, all of you guys. Afalabi. Okay. Daniel Ayorinde. Catherine Sweeten. Miranda Rivero. Kanma. Okay, so if you want to go over that way by Daniel. Jackie Sayers. Samuel Lippincott. Okay. Christopher Rainey. And Megan. Let's hang out by Megan over in the corner. Betania Tekeste. Betania. Dennis Orlana. Okay, if you want to hang out over here. Samantha Forrest. Catherine Buck. Brooke Manesh. Is it Manesh or Manish? Manish. Charles Hawkins. And Kelsey Winters. Okay. If you guys all want to hang out, where's Catherine? Hang out by Catherine. Jacek Domagala. Sorry. Stephanie Byer. Taylor McGilliham. Okay. If you guys, where's Jacek? Okay. And then you're Stephanie? Okay, hang out by Stephanie, that group. Sarah Gallon. Oh, hi. Alicia Jones. Kelsey Schwartz. Okay, if you want to hang out over there. No. If you want to hang out back there, I guess. Jessica Ogunye. James Stegman. And Jasim Alzabi. Okay, if you want to hang out back in that corner. Okay, are all you guys on my wait now? What happened? Okay, so everyone who I called, that's my list right now. Okay, so once everyone's sitting, does that mean everyone who's standing is on a wait? I've told is on my wait list?
I'm just hanging out.
You're just hanging out? Well, he's with us.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I mean,
Okay. There's some space. Do you guys want to move back there? There's some space back there. And that way he can sit here. Thank you. Sorry. Okay, so these groups, if you guys can in the future try to sit in these groups, because I want to have you guys, at first I want people to meet people. Who knows, maybe you'll meet your future husband or wife. I want people to meet people. Hey guys, quiet down. And I want, and I just want everyone to have kind of a resource of someone to study with. Okay, so the rest of you guys, wow, okay, that's good. How many people are you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Not you. Okay.
I don't know where to put
Okay, you are.
Yeah, I mean, well, somebody's going to sit here, you know, but if you...
Where's Kristen Sessa? You're back with her. Okay. Okay, so everyone has their group. Everyone else, feel free just to fill in wherever for now. And we'll figure out what group to add you to as the class becomes real. So I only have one person who looks like they're not here. Okay, so go sit down, people. Go sit down. You're not going to be ostracized. Wow, I did not think this many people would show up. Always hoping that they'll just sort themselves out. Nope. Okay. Okay, guys, in the next... I'm running out of time. Okay, guys, in the next 5 minutes, 5, 6, 7, 8, we have like between 8 and 10 minutes left. In the next few minutes, we are going to do a quick exercise, okay? So everyone take out a pen and a notebook, and yeah, I guess I could have had y'all move around in the beginning, but whatever.
Are we trying to set up we do it in our notes?
Huh?
Are we trying to get in or can we do it in our notes?
Oh, do it, yeah, keep it. Do it on your arm. Okay. Introduce yourselves to the people in your group. Hi, my name is Bob. I want everyone to take a minute. Introduce yourselves and say, like, what year are you and what is your favorite thing about biology? I'm going to give you a minute for that. Come on, talk.
Senior, last semester. What's your favorite thing about Well, if we're going to eukaryotic system.
I was like, really?
No, that's fine. It's with
I realized it wasn't for me.
That's a third
Okay, guys, does everyone love each other?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So now you all know each other, and you all know what you love or hate. I just found out what someone didn't like about biology, and it was our teacher. So don't blame the discipline. Biochemistry is awesome. This is not biochemistry. Okay, so what we're going to do now, and the whole purpose of this short exercise is I want you guys to get the big picture, because it's really easy in these upper level classes, or even 201, to get lost in the details and flounder around. So I want to start by drawing a cell, and you're going to do this together. Don't sit by yourselves and do this. You're going to draw a cell, you can make it big, and then you're going to go through these steps, right? You have your big nucleus, and put everything inside that cell that goes there, and what's going on in each of these places. What happens in the nucleus? What happens in the cytoplasm? And then we'll move on to a bigger picture in a second. So I'm going to give you guys like 2 or 3 minutes. Work together. Do not sit in silence and draw on your paper, or else I'll point at you and wag my finger.
I mean, there's you got the ER and you got the smooth and the rough. You got 3 ribosomes. Yep. Bodies. And there's vesicles from the globule towards the There's a billion things in that surface, so I'm just talking about like in the surface. You could draw a possibly define it, but that would take it forever.
I know this is
There's lots of stuff going on. Here are the small cytosolic proteins.
Yeah, so you want to know what?
Alright. The protein embedded in the surface of the
like put everything where it is. Like you're starting
that's a special vesicle called lysosome. Just like vesicles, they stay in there.
Are you all the Don't sit alone.
Float around and well, I remember like, there's lots of proteins. There's like spindle fibers.
Oh, you're getting crazy over here.
Right.
Okay, I want to see kinesin. Where's kinesin?
I'm so stupid.
That's just too small. That's just way too small. I don't remember all the lines. It's just
Okay, guys.
I think that was the point.
Okay, I'm so glad I'm seeing people drawing. That's good. That's good. Drawing is good. Okay, guys, in the interest of time, I kind of want to finish this on Wednesday. But let's just go over this for a second. Okay, so what did you put in your nucleus? Who wants to raise their hand? Yep. Chromatin. What is chromatin?
It's untangled.
Untangled DNA. Untangled DNA. Who else wants to add to that? What is chromatin? Huh? Yep.
Well, it's DNA that hasn't compacted into chromosomes.
Right, so DNA that's not compacted, it's not compacted into chromosomes, right? So it's interphase DNA. What is chromatin made up of? Histones and DNA. DNA and histones pretty much. And protein. DNA and protein. Okay, good. What else was in the nucleus? I saw someone else raise their hand. Yep. Huh? The nucleolus, right? What's that? What's in there? What houses the chromatin? There are certain jobs that happen in the nucleolus. We will talk about that very soon. What else? Are ribosomes inside the nucleus? What do ribosomes? Oh, you mean when you make them? Are you talking about when you? Okay, right. So they don't work in the nucleus. Right. They are assembled. Yep. They're assembled in the nucleus. Not in complete subunits. Subunits are assembled in the nucleus. Yep. Okay, ribosomes. But ribosomes do not work in the nucleus, because what do ribosomes do? Right, right. They make proteins, and that happens in the cytoplasm. Great. Okay, what else is in the nucleus? So we've got DNA, we've got chromatin, we've got histones, we've got assembling ribosomes. Yep. RNA, right? What is RNA? It's a message. Okay. Okay. What else is in the nucleus? Anything else? We don't need to get too crazy. I think that's a good start. So what's the main thing that happens in the nucleus?
Transcription.
Transcription. What else happens in the nucleus?
Oh. Replication.
DNA replication, right? I'd say those are your major jobs, right? Anything? Did I leave anything out? So those are the things that we're going to mostly focus on. So I always think of cell molecular biology as cell biology is outside the nucleus and molecular is inside the nucleus, and that's how I teach it. So those main things are what we're going to talk about. In the interest of time, which we have no more of, I'll let you go, but we'll start right here. So keep this piece of paper and sit with your groups next time. Those of you guys who are trying to add, meet me outside.